American Mom, Episode 2, Season 7, Game of Thrones. So excited. Last episode was a great premiere. I mean, so much happened. We actually had a Game of Thrones live stream this afternoon. I hope y'all were able to join. It was only 2 hours long, but we got a lot of stuff covered. And I had lots of notes. A lot of us did. But I'm going to condense them down into basically what we focused on. And we just moved from character to character. And it was just really awesome. First of all, Arya, my girl. Arya Stark. She killed the whole Frey house. But my new favorite quote, y'all, is tell them the North remembers. Tell them winter came for House Frey. She never said her name. She never said this is Arya Stark because later, Cersei finds out everything. Cersei knows that Dany's on her way. She knows her brother is the hand of the queen. And she knows that the Frey house was wiped out, but they don't know by who yet because Arya wasn't telling her name. She just said, tell them winter came. That was awesome. Then we saw Bran and Mira. They reached the wall. They let them in, and that's as far as we got to see. Jon and Sansa, they had a disagreement in front of everybody. Sibling rivalry. He's king of the North. She's, Lady Stark, so to speak. She's, they have different opinions about the castles and with the Umbers and the Karstarks. But Jon had a great point about not punishing houses and families and just because of the sins of the fathers. I hope it's just a one-time thing. I don't want this to be a season 7 thing of them just like kind of going at each other and fighting for power. Littlefinger, he's still trying to manipulate Sansa. She's kind of not having any of it right now, but he needs to go. Like, thank you for sending in the Vale, or as I like to call them, Riverdale. House Riverdale. Woohoo! If y'all didn't see my live reactions, you're not going to know what I'm talking about. So don't even put it in the comments that there's no House Riverdale. I know that. Yeah, he needs to go. He's helped out and everything, but, he can leave now. Because the longer he stays around, he's just going to stir stuff up. Sam met Jorah. Now, he doesn't know Jorah's name or anything, but Jorah asked about the Dragon Queen. So I think they're going to visit and talk a little bit more. Hopefully Sam can find a cure for the grayscale and stop it. Or if at least he can't stop it, I hope that there's some more dialogue that maybe Sam can use and needs to know, because these two have never crossed paths before, and I think that'd be interesting. So Cersei and Jaime, I touched on that, how she was standing on in the center of that map that was being painted on the floor, and Jaime was standing off to the side, which is kind of how the relationship is. But she was just like, I'm queen of all 7 kingdoms. And he was like, 3 kingdoms at best. So he still kind of has his little words with her. But, yeah. Euron shows up with 1,000 ships, 2 good hands. Such a low blow. Jaime was just like, he left saying that he would bring Cersei a gift. Now, the last time a gift was mentioned, and it might have even been the name of the episode, was when Jorah brought Tyrion to Dany, and he was the gift. I'm hoping this is not the case. Leave Tyrion alone. I think when this gift is presented to her, I think she and Euron will merge, possibly marry for a bigger picture, whatever. Okay, then we went to the Hound. He's with the Brotherhood. Really nice scene of he's transforming. He's just transforming. He had compassion for the people that he had stole from. They did die, probably of starvation. But what I found interesting is that the Hound has always been so fearful of fire, and rightly so, because his brother, pushed his face into it when he was young. He's avoided it all this time, but the very first time he looks into the fire, and I don't know, was it because he was surrounded by that other priest, the one that raises the other one like 5 or 6 times? Y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm trying to get through this. was it because he was nearby? Because he kept saying, look again, look in the flames. And he said, I see an ice wall, the wall that meets the sea, which is where Tormund's heading, right? And a mountain like an arrowhead. Okay. When he said mountain, I thought of his brother automatically. And then he saw the dead marching past. And then he said thousands of them. So he sees all that in this fire. Like, where's this gift been hiding? Has he had it all along? And he just, now that he's actually confronted fire and like really looked into it, like he sees this. Interesting. Dany made it to Dragonstone. That's where we ended things. She touched the ground. It was an awesome moment. Not a word was spoken. It was just music and the dragons and her touching the ground and seeing the throne and the table. And then she says, shall we begin? So awesome, y'all. I loved the first episode. I loved it. I can't wait for this one. I know y'all want me to shut up so we can get started. I have one more thing to say really quickly, and I want to thank, y'all are always just so sweet. I got sent this, this hand in the mail. And I got it since the last Game of Thrones reaction. So I have a nice little proclamation that was written up. I am pronounced Hand of the Throne. Cersei, you bitch. Get off my throne. It's very, very nice. My subscriber, the username is We Will. And they just give really a good cute little explanation about my ability to give others the privilege of seeing the series through fresh eyes, etc., etc. It was very sweet. Thank you so much for this. I've thanked you, and I wore this today during our live stream. So yeah, me and Tyrion are hands of the queen. I'm hand of the throne though, so I might be more important. All right, this is episode 2. This is called Stormborn. All right, let's do this.
Who gave the order to kill me?
King Robert.
Who hired the assassins? Who sent word to Essos to murder Daenerys Targaryen?
Your Grace, I did what had to be done.
To keep yourself alive.
Lord Varys has proven himself a loyal servant.
Proven himself loyal, quite the opposite. If he dislikes one monarch, he conspires to crown the next one. What kind of a servant is that?
The kind the realm needs. But if you let me live, I will serve you well. I will dedicate myself to seeing you on the Iron Throne because I choose you. Because I know the people have no better chance than you.
This is tense. I don't know what she's thinking.
Swear this to me, Varys.
Okay.
If you ever think I'm failing the people, you won't conspire behind my back. You'll look me in the eye as you have done today, and you'll tell me how I'm failing them.
I swear it, my queen.
And I swear this. If you ever betray me, I'll burn you alive.
I would expect nothing less from the Mother of Dragons.
No quick death. Ooh.
She once served another who wanted the Iron Throne. It didn't end well for Stannis Baratheon, did it?
No, it didn't.
You chose an auspicious day to arrive at Dragonstone. We've just decided to pardon those who once served the wrong king.
He's like, can we move on from me?
As does another. The king in the north, Jon Snow.
No.
Jon Snow, Ned Stark's bastard.
You know him?
I traveled with him to the war when he joined the Night's Watch.
He has united those wildlings with the northern houses, so together they may face their common enemy.
He sounds like quite a man.
You should meet him.
Summon Jon
You're
Snow.
related.
Let him stand before you and tell you the things that have happened to him. The things that he has seen with his own eyes.
I can't speak to prophecies or visions in the flames, but I like Jon Snow and I trusted him. And I am an excellent judge of character.
Yes, you are.
Send a raven north. Tell Jon Snow that his queen invites him to come to Dragonstone.
And he needs dragon glass.
And bend the knee.
He will. Don't worry. I want Tyrion and Jon to meet again and reconnect. Ah, he was good to you.
Tyrion's not like the other Lannisters.
No.
He was always kind to me, but it's too great a risk. The Seven Kingdoms will bleed as long as Cersei sits on the Iron Throne. Join us. Together we can end her tyranny.
Oh, God. Go there.
Some of you are bannermen of House Tyrell. But House Tyrell is in open rebellion against the crown. With their help, the Mad King's daughter has ferried an army of savages to our shores.
She has 3 full-grown dragons.
Nobody likes you.
Same as Aegon when he conquered the 7 kingdoms. How do you propose to stop them?
We are currently at work on a solution, my lord.
Apparently, one of Daenerys' dragons was wounded by spears in the fighting pits of Meereen.
Yeah.
They can be wounded, they can be killed.
Leave Drogon
Finest
alone.
artificers and blacksmiths in King's Landing have been laboring
Gosh,
day and
it's
night,
big.
Your Grace.
You don't have the stomach for it. Scurry back into hiding.
I know how you wage war. We don't poison little girls here. Marcella was innocent.
She was a Lannister. There are no innocent Lannisters. My greatest regret is that Oberyn died fighting for you.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Though Tyrion is Hand of the Queen, you will treat him with respect.
Yeah. Bitch. Behave. It's neat seeing them all in this room together
Do I have your support?
talking strategy.
You have mine. Dorne is with you, Your Grace.
The lords of Westeros are sheep. Are you a sheep? No. You're a dragon. Be a dragon.
You're Jorah Mormont, the only son of Jorah Mormont. My name is Samwell Tarly, sworn brother of the Night's Watch, training to serve as maester at Castle Black. I knew your father.
Does he know what he's doing?
I was with him when he died. You're not dying today, Sir Jorah.
Oh.
Drink this.
What is it?
Rum. Drink it all, please. I'm afraid this is going to hurt.
I need to sit too. This is wine, but I love Sam.
Have a seat.
I mean, who doesn't want Sam by their side?
I'm going to have to remove the entire upper layer of infected tissue, then apply a medicinal ointment to the...
Just do it.
They say our dragons are bigger than egg.
Horseshit. Cersei's.
I thought you'd be heading for Winterfell.
Why would I go there? The Boltons have it.
No. The Boltons are dead.
What? She'll head home.
Jon Snow came down from Castle Black with a Wilding army and won the Battle of the Bastards. He's King of the North now.
You're lying.
Why would I lie about that? He's your brother, right?
Now she knows.
Thanks for the pie.
She's gotta go.
Friends
She's
don't
gotta
pay.
get there.
This message was sent to me by Samwell Tarly. He was my brother at the Night's Watch. A man I trust as much as anyone in this world. He's discovered proof that Dragonstone sits on a mountain of dragonglass. Lord Tyrion has invited me to Dragonstone to meet with Daenerys. And I'm going to accept. I'm leaving both in good hands.
Whose?
Yours.
Yours.
You are my sister. You're the only Stark in Winterfell. Until I return, the North is yours.
Aww. And there always has to be one Stark in Winterfell, remember?
I loved Sansa as I loved her mother.
Kill him.
Touch my sister, and I'll kill you myself.
I thought it was going to happen. Oh, God. Davis is going to see Melisandre at Dragonstone. And Jon will see her, but Davis hates her. Hates her. That's going to be awkward.
Nymeria?
No! From season 1? When she told her to run.
Arya. I'm heading north, girl. Back to Winterfell. I'm finally going home. Come with me.
They're just leaving? My gosh, I forgot about that wolf. Her wolf. Aww.
That's not you.
That's not you? What is that? Euron.
Euron.
Oh God, I'm afraid Yara or Theon's gonna die. What's gonna happen? Is he turning into Reek again? Did he take... Are they taking Ilaria and Yara as hostages? They're not the gift, are they? A lot happened there. She stops at Hot Pies Bakery, the place he cooks at. And when he said, you didn't know, you know, they took back over Winterfell. That belonged to the Boltons. I was like, she knows. She's going home. Oh, and then I got the chills. I forgot about her direwolf. Season 1. The one that bit Joffrey. That little bitch, remember? She told Nymeria to run because she knew they'd come after her. And then we just never saw her again. And I remember saying in a past episode that I thought that Ghost was the only direwolf left. And y'all corrected me and said, no, there's 2. But I didn't think we'd see her again. I was going to say it. But when it left, she calmed it down. And I thought it was. I thought, oh my gosh, this is too much. It was still a very nice moment but she said, it's not you. Because it turned away from her and just didn't tear her to shreds. All right, Sansa needs to stop. I thought he made it clear at the last meeting that we weren't going to do this in front of people anymore. When you undermine me, he said, in front of everybody, he gave her the speech. Was she not listening? So she kind of did it again. Then it got the other people involved. And oh yeah, you know, she has a point. Okay, y'all haven't seen the undead. But he's going. He's going. Now she's stuck at Winterfell with little Shitfinger. God, Jon had his hands around his neck. And I was like, because we talked about this too. In our live stream, we said, if we thought Littlefinger was, you know, if he and Jon ever like had a conversation or ever talked about anything. And then we were like, but why would they have a conversation? Like, what would lead into that? And then we were like, well, Sansa, you know, I mean, that's his sister. He's going to be protective. And of course, Littlefinger has a thing for her, or he believes he does, or through Catelyn Stark's daughter in a weird way. And then, sure enough, he's down there. in the crypt, and Littlefinger shows up, and he just won't shut up. I think he will die this season, though. Just saying. I'm hoping so, anyway. So Sansa's left alone with him at Winterfell, but I mean, Bree's there, and she's got her eye on him already. We saw that in the last episode. Yes, your army helped Jon and everything, but like, you can't just keep using that as an excuse to stay around. Like, you've got to go. So Cersei has called all the lords in the south together. And of course, Sam's father is standing right front and center. Can't stand him. I don't like the way he treats Sam. I just don't like him. I don't like the way he treats Sam. So Cersei has a way with words as well. She's trying to turn him against Lady Olenna. I don't know what's happening. Chaos. Chaos is happening. Oh, God. This was a really good episode. I've got to wrap my head around it. I'll see it again when I go through to edit it. And I've been recording it on my DVR too. So I'll go back and rewatch the whole episode. It was so cool when Sam was asking the Archmaester about, okay, I've heard there's been some people that have survived this in the advanced stages. Yeah, okay. But you know what happened to the person? Okay, they died. Okay. I thought Sam's not going to stop there. He's going to do some research. Lo and behold, he shows up with surgical equipment and gloves and rum. He's like, we're doing this. Oh, and he just he's so sweet. You're not dying tonight. Oh, bless him. That looks painful. And of course, we went straight from that, and it segued straight into somebody eating soup at that inn. It's disgusting. I wasn't sure when to look back and this show. Why are they giving us? They gave us poop soup last episode. They're giving us watching the grayscale being pulled off his body. The pus and I can see blood. That's disgusting. That's enough. Game of Thrones, that's enough. Is this going to be all season? Look at this. Look at my ears. My ears and my nose match my dress. I was out in the sun a little bit this weekend. I think I fell asleep. I don't usually sunburn, but God, I'm red. I match the dresses. Anyway, thank y'all for watching this with me, as always. If you're new to my channel and you've just started season 7 with me, welcome. It's been a fun ride. When you get a chance, you can go back. I started at season 1, episode 1. I was a summer child. Sometimes I still am. Until the next video and until the next time. Bye.